Just above your hat. Take your hat off, Aiden. That'd be awesome.
I may as well tell you a little bit about him whilst we're here. So, my name is Josh, but way more importantly, that is Naga around there. Naga's our resident Komodo dragon. He's currently 7 years old. Now, when you have a look at him, do you think he's quite big? Yeah. I think he's fairly big, but he's nowhere near the size that he's going to get to. So, Komodo dragons can weigh up to 90 kilos. Naga only weighs about 45. So there's a statue behind you all. That's a little bit exaggerated, but he can get to around about 90% of that. Naga. Come on.
Okay, sorry.
So we just swallow the whole thing at once.
He won't swallow the whole thing at once.
Sorry. Sorry.
Pick a roll.
He's. I think he's like.
Look at his jaws and look how it's
So we want to make Naga work for it a little bit.
Oh, what a lovely.
so it makes him feel like he's actually catching prey.
They're gonna do that to like.
Josh, how often would you do
Can I go behind you, Pete?
We will feed Naga a carcass this big, maybe once every month to 2 months. So this is not a daily or a weekly thing. So we'll often give him a few different types of feedings. So one is what we call a carcass feed, which is what we're doing now. This is very, very naturalistic for Naga because in the wild, Komodo dragons, they're gorge feeders. So they will find a carcass and eat up to 80% of their own body weight in one sitting. So another feeding technique that we use is a scatter feed. So that's when we'll get a few different things, like a couple of rats, a couple of fish. We might even get some eggs and bury them down there, and we'll hide them around his exhibit. And he has to go around himself and find them and eat them as well. And others are what we usually feed him in winter, which is a bit more of a maintenance feed. So we'll give him a few rats here and there in winter while his metabolism isn't working as well. So Komodo dragons, they have razor sharp teeth, around about this big, that are curved and lacerated, just like a tiger shark tooth. They're also one of the very few venomous lizards in the world. So they have a venom, which is an anticoagulant. So basically, if a Komodo dragon bites you or it bites its prey, it means you're going to bleed a lot. You're going to bleed to death. And they also have a mouth packed full of extremely bad bacteria that I'm not going to go into details of that. You're all having a good eye.
So did you just swallow that one?
I really want to make Naga work for this meal. So in the wild, Komodo dragons are very opportunistic. They will eat any meat source that they come across, whether it already be a carcass or whether it be live. So they're great scavengers and they're also great hunters. So they'll eat deer, buffalo, any type of bird. You know, there's a lot of chickens living in the villages on some of the islands where they're found. They'll also patrol a lot of the beaches looking for any dead fish that have washed up, and they've also been known to eat dolphin and whale carcasses that have washed up as well. But Komodo dragons are also highly cannibalistic. So the first 2 years of a Komodo dragon's life is spent in a tree.
Yeah.
That is because other large Komodo dragons love to eat baby Komodo dragons. It sounds pretty harsh, but because they're found on such small islands, it's a really, really good sustainable way of keeping their population in shape, so there's not a massive influx of Komodo dragons. This will take Naga around about 3 to 4 hours to eat. Just letting you know, nothing happens quick around here.
Okay, you guys can go back now to doing your lecture. Okay.
Do you think he